Well, hello there. Good afternoon to you all. So I decided now to make my my predictions discussion video about Bleach 545 that will come out uh, next week. Uh, I was planning to release this video on Sunday, but since I had I had stuff to attend because I was supposed to be on my hometown, but stuff happened, and so next week I will be on my hometown. In any case, I usually in the last couple of weeks I do release this video on Sundays, but since Portugal is kind of being hit by a heat wave, I prefer not to use my computer or my laptop during the day. Even if today I did it, probably during the weekend I will not do it because I do fear that the fucking heat could help fry out my stuff. So um, I'm now taking this opportunity to make this video. So, basically, what I think that will happen on next chapter, going on to the prediction part of this video. Um, I think that probably we will continue on Wekomundo and we will learn what is that group that Urahara is gathering there. I have a couple of ideas about that, and honestly, I do watch some videos talking about the reviews of next last week, this week chapter, and some are saying what could be this group that Urahara is gathering in this place, in these ruins. Well, we already know that Urahara is there, and Sado and Orihime are there. That's a given, it's confirmed. So, the question that now I will speculate about it is what other characters from Wekomundo could be from Wekomundo or with powers or related with Wekomundo. What kind of characters could be gathering there? It kinda is similar, and I will address this on a later part of the video about what the Shiba are doing on Soul Society. But what group can Urahara form in Wekomundo? Well, I do watch a video. I don't remember the reviewer name. Sorry for that. And he was talking about the possibility of, for instance, Stark making an appearance, or be revealed that Stark was not dead. Um, well, I would not mind if Stark was not dead because he was my second favorite Arrancar. But I do fear that Stark, in the list on the story so far, is he appears in the dead list. So I do not expect him to appear. I will not be unhappy if Kubo bring back Stark, but I will not be hyping it or expecting to see Stark again. From all the Espada, I honestly think that the only one that will make an appearance as a part of this army that is gathering, or this group that is gathered in Wekomundo, it will be Grimjaw Jagger Jax. And like I say on my on my last review, and I also speak about it on other videos before, uh, I think that the guy that is behind Saddle is Grimjaw. I honestly think it's Grimjaw. So Grimjaw will be there without a doubt. Because in this chapter, when Orihime is talking with Sado, uh, Sado does say that glad you have arrived. All the people, all of them are already gathered. So, what are that people that is already gathered? Well, Grimjaw, I guess it's a given. He will be one of the members of the group that will be formed in Wekomundo to fight against the Quincy. Other members of the group, Nell, I guess it's a given. Uh, I certainly think that Lolly, Manly, Pesce, Dontochaka, and the three girls that are the Aribel fraction, Apache, Mila Rose, and Sun Sun, will also be there. Honestly, that's a given. One other character that I think strongly that will be there is Gatenbaina Musqueda. If you remember, is the guy that was a Privarona Espada that Shadow fought during the battle in Las Noches, and this guy was saved by Unohana, that helped or cured Sado and also healed this guy. So it's a given that most likely this guy will also be there. Then, uh, characters that could be there. If you go back to chapter 198, when we have a vision of the Iron cars that are serving under Aizen, if you look closely, there is a panel where three unidentified Iron cars appeared, and they will never again appear on the series. I don't know if they lose their places and their spots were taken by others in the Espada, or if they simply were doing other stuff for Aizen and never appeared in the battle in Las Noches or Recomundo. So I'm guessing that one chance it will be that these three Arancars could make an appearance and probably we will learn their names, my guessing. Also, it will be funny if the dog, the skeletal dog that was the Yami fraction, the guy called Kukapuro, something like that, it was also there, but kinda get a power up. It will be. Well, the skeleton dog could be the mascot of the Arankar team, I guess. One character that I do wonder if eventually could be there, because it was never confirmed that the guy is dead. It's the guy that commanding the Ezekiels, the captain, Rudobon or Rudborn or something like that. Yes, we see that Yami did destroy the place where the Ezekiels are fighting against Rukia and Renji and Sado, but it was never confirmed that this guy ended up being killed. So probably, maybe, eventually this guy could also be there. Maybe yes, maybe no, maybe. One character that I will not mind that will make an appearance here, it will be Ashido Kano. And for the ones that follow Bleach or even follow the anime, you remember that when Rukia, Renji, Ishida, Sado, Ishigo were traveling around Wekumundo, they did end up going to the Minos Forest under the sands of the desert in Wekumundo. And there Rukia was kinda saved by a Shinigami, and this Shinigami is Ashido Kano. This character is an original character drawn by Kubo, and I read at that time that he was intending to put this character in the manga, but the producers of the, the did not allow him to put this character in. So I will not mind if it in some way Kubo kinda pull this out and put Ashido Kano into the story. Because from what we see on the anime, and I know that it's 2 or 3 episodes, they are filler, yes, but they are a special kind of filler. This was a filler done with supposedly canon material that the producers did not allow Kubo to put into the manga. So I'm hoping that he could bring this guy, Ashido Kani, because the character was quite cool and it was quite powerful. So I do hope that they allow him to put Ashido Kano in the story. And if they do that, I will be very much interested in how will Kubo insert him on the story eventually. It will be very interesting. Will we make a small 2 pages of flashback telling this guy's story? But I would like to see this character in the story, honestly, because it was a character with a lot of potential for me and a lot of interest. So, also, others that could be there. If you remember, when we see the visors in the human world, in this case, when we see Lisa and Yori, a good a few more than few chapters ago, Lisa and Yori were kinda walking on the human world, and then kinda a small mini Garganta kinda appeared. And I think this happened at the same time that I think Ishigo was fighting against Kirge, or after the fight with Kirge, if I'm not mistaken, or if I get it right. So it's possible that this kind of small Garganta that appeared could be someone sent by Urahara to gather these guys and to join this strike force that will go from Uecomundo to fight against the Vandenreich. And if that's the case, well, I think that if Lisa and Love were not reinstated as captain and lieutenant, because you should not forget that the former squad of Captain Shunsui currently does not have any captain or any lieutenant, and it will quite make sense if Love and Lisa were kinda reinstated either as captain and lieutenant of that squad, the former squad of Captain Shunsui. So, but if they are not reinstated in Soul Society, it's quite possible that Love, Lisa, Yori, and Ashi will be part of the strike force that Urahara is forming in Wekomundo. Well, that's my opinion, and roughly these are the characters that I think that will, in a way or another, will be part of the strike force that will depart from Wekomundo to fight against the Vandenreich. I don't know if this group will go to Soul Society and help defending Soul Society. I'm thinking that this group is being specially formed to be a strike force that will go from Wekomundo directly to the place where the Vandenreich is, where is the palace, the Ice Palace, and I guess this is the goal. And because I do think that in Soul Society, another group is doing exactly the same. The Shiba family, the Shiba clan. We do remember when Kukaku was talking with Genju about Genju being trained. And he was training with Tsukishima, with Ginjo, and with Giriko, the 3 Fullbringers that were killed and end up in Soul Society. So I'm thinking that the Shiba are doing the same stuff that Urahara is doing in Wekomundo, kinda gathering a group, a band, strike force, something like that, that will attack the Ice Palace. And I think that the Shiba are doing exactly the same. Either by Kukako own opinion, or maybe you could even say that maybe Ishin kinda talked with Kukaku and they kinda devised the plan to attack the Ice Palace from Soul Society eventually. And I also do think if this group of Soul Society is for attacking the Ice Palace, I think that in this group that there also a strong possibility that eventually Ishin will join with them, and I venture to say that eventually Ryuken could also join with this group on the attack on the Vanderreich Palace. That's my opinion on this. Besides, then we will have Soul Society, Shinigami, and so on, making another different group that will attack against the Ice Palace and the Van der Reich. So that's my opinion. Or these two groups will wait for the moment that the Van der Reich kinda launch a second assault on Soul Society, and then they will try to strike back, conquering and try to conquer the Van der Reich Palace. And I guess that the group that is being formed in Wecomundo, besides the fact that probably they want to slaughter all the Quincy's and the Van der Reich for what the stuff they have doing on Wecomundo since they con they conquered the place. Probably this group main goal will be the liberation of Aribel, because Aribel is currently, or was currently, the ruler of Wecomundo in the place of Barragan. So kinda makes sense that this group of Arancars, um, former Espadas and so on, do want to free the ruler. In my opinion, it makes sense. So besides the fact they get the chance to slaughter the Van der Reich, their other goal will be the free and the liberation of Aribel. And eventually, if stuff goes right, eventually Aribel could also join with this group and fight against the Van der Reich. So why not? But these are kind of predictions and talks on this issue. Uh, about stuff that I think that will happen on next chapter. Maybe next chapter, I hope that we continue on Wecomundo and see in the least some of these characters, or some about this group that Urahara is gathering in these ruins. Uh, and then probably I don't risk to say that Kubo will spend an entire chapter on Wecomundo, but he could do it. He could do it because he already did it with the Van der Reich, so it kinda makes sense that he could spend some time in Wecomundo, or it will be a dual chapter. Part in Wecomundo, part, I do hope that part it will continue to be on the Van der Reich Palace, and I want to see others' reactions to Uriel, and I want to learn more about uh, what is the position of Uriel. I want to see some of this potential that Jua says that Uriel has, and I would like to see some power Uriel awakenings, let's say Blunt Venet, Blunt Artery, something, the Sacred Form, something like that. But I know Kubo will not show it. And well, I also wanted to finally see what happened on Soul Society, what are others doing. I would like that Kubo show us also a little more about what Kukako, Ganju, and the Fullbringers are doing on Soul Society. Because he kind of show us two pages with that, or one page, and he never touched that again. So I will not be displeased if he did that. And eventually he could also show us what is going on with Rukia, Renji, Byakuya, and show us Ishigo going for the next palace. But honestly, I do think that probably he will spend next chapter in Wikomundo, or I hoping for that, and I'm hoping for the reveal of Grimjaw. For God's sake, I guess no, we already guessed. Yes, the guy is Grimjaw. Most certainly, the guy is Grimjaw. So reveal the guy, right? Well, this is my Bleach 545 prediction discussion video. Like always, if you have your own ideas, comments, thoughts, post them on the comments below. Stay well, peace. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you soon.